Welcome back, Happy New Year, all of that stuff. It's been LVO. I'm recording this on the Friday. I woke up this morning, checked out the reveals, and, well, I want to talk about it. It's been a while since we did one of these, so let's get into it. Hey everybody, I'm Wayne. Welcome back. LVO happened last night, today, it's happening now, I don't know. I'm recording this on the Friday, it's going out on the Monday, and there were some reveals. There was a significant amount of interesting stuff, for me at least. If you've seen my previous videos about the Soulblight Graveloards, you'll see that I've just painted a wodge of them. And one of the things I left off painting was too many of the Graveguard. Painted some of them, but not too many because they were old sculpts. I wasn't keen on the aesthetic, and there were rumours that perhaps we were going to see some new Graveguard sometime this year, along with the new battle tome for 4th edition. Well, the LVO reveals happened, as I say, overnight, about 3 o'clock this morning, and that's what I want to talk about today because we got some fantastic stuff revealed for Soulblight. Let's have a look, let's have a talk about it. If you've not seen this already, it's up on Warcom. I'll put a link in the description, but I'm sure you've already seen it. We won't bother checking out the video, but we've got this fantastic new battle box. Don't know if it's going to be a spearhead. It looks like it would be about the points value of spearhead, the model count of what's currently there for the Soulblight. And straight away, I'm excited. Battle tome included in this box set, so I will 100% be picking this up. Let's have a look at the individual models. Let's get excited, because clearly I am. Now, as I said, the Graveguard, wasn't a fan of these sculpts at all. They were super old, different scale to the current stuff, and I didn't really want those in my army, but then along have come these guys. I mean, look at this guy. He looks so much cooler. It's going to fit in with the other Deathrattle skeletons, but they're different enough. If you've been following along with the painting videos I've done over the past few months, you'll see that we've already figured out how we're going to paint our Graveguards. Because remember, we did the sepulchral guards. I'll put the link somewhere up here. So we're going to have our skeletons glowing. The only difference that we're going to have from those concept ones we've did is we're going to go with a golden hue to the armor, much like they've done here, but I'm going to have it a little bit warmer to complement that cold blue glow. And I think it's going to work really well with this. So I think this is the Barrow King, or is it Wight King on the steed? And it looks so much better than the current sculpts we've got. I mean, look at this guy. He's going to fit right in. He's got more of a Roman feel to him. I mean, it's definitely got like Eastern European overtones, fitting in with that vampire aesthetic from the real world, I suppose. But this does have more of a vibe of old world to me. Not something I'm massively into, but I think this will work in the context of a larger army. Having these Deathrattle skeletons like marching forward under the command of like the vampire nobles. I'm so into this. And the Barrow Guard themselves, so they've changed the name from Graveguard, Sepulchral Guard to Barrow Guard. All three of those words are interchangeable really, aren't they? So it doesn't really matter, but so much less derp than the last lot that we had here. I mean, they're quite simplistic. Hopefully they're going to be easier to build. They've said they're going to be easier to build than the current ones. Hopefully easier to paint and look less, well, they clearly look less derpy. And I think these are going to fit right in. I'm loving the newer style of the helmet. So it's keeping kind of what we had there with the winged helms from the previous gen stuff, but just making it a little bit more up to date, a little bit easier to paint, hopefully a little bit less fragile as well. They look like there's a little bit more substance to these guys, less skeletal limbs out there, a little bit more on the armor side. And I think that's really going to lend itself to that glowing aesthetic of the Sepulchral Guard testimonies that we did a few weeks back in that video. Having less bone on show will really make that glow pop when we get around to painting them. Let me know if you want to see me do another painting video for those with these specific models once they drop, and I'll be happy to do that. Loving the banner bearer here. Liking the different shaped shields as well. The musician looks cool. Kind of reminds me of the one from the Slave to Darkness box set, the guy where he's banging on the drum. That'd be a nice crossover really, wouldn't it? I mean, these just do look so much better than what we've had before. Games Workshop really are knocking out of the park with the skeletons. The Deathrattle ones were really good. and these are a perfect follow-up to that. They certainly look way less fragile. Like I said, having a little bit more armor on them is going to give them just a smidgen more stability. And it looks like they're on bigger bases as well, or is that just me? And then we've got the skeletons on horses. We're going to get 5 of these in the box set. I'm guessing these are replacing the Black Knights. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not as keen as these as I am to the ones on foot. I'm not a huge fan of cavalry full stop, but I do think these look a little bit clunkier compared to the other ones. I'm liking the musician. I'm kind of liking the look of this particular horse, but generally I don't think these are quite as strong as the other sculpts. This guy in particular, on the left here, looking pretty weak comparatively, but I don't know. Is it just me? Let me know what you think down in the comments. I would love to chat a little bit more about this one. That'll be good to get those in the army just for completeness anyway, and it does give me that that freedom to go either zombies, skeletons, mix of both. I have completely different types of armies there, so I'm really looking forward to that. And they're so much better than what we've currently got anyway. Hopefully the scale will be a little bit bigger. It does look like that from the original cover art that we've got there. And obviously the battle tome, the limited edition cover. I've not been a fan of any of the covers of the battle tomes that have come in 4th edition so far, but this one I do much prefer to the standard edition one. It just looks better, so I'm really glad I'll be picking this one up in the box set. Cannot wait to find out a little bit more about the lore of the Soulblight, because I don't actually know much about them, considering I've gone all in on this army and painted it accidentally. We'll get to that later on in another video, but yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of finding out where they are going in 4th edition with the lore. And then the next big thing that's got me super excited, Vhodrai, how you pronounce this game, Vhodrai on his dragon. Oh my god. I recently painted this. I actually finished the old version of it last week, and I did make it so that I could take him off of there, thinking that there might be this coming down the line, but I didn't think we were going to get it so soon. Oh my days. This is absolutely fantastic. I mean, look at this guy. It's not only is it huge, it looks so much more dynamic than what we've currently got. I mean, it doesn't just destroy the current zombie dragon. I mean, it just it's not even a competition. And look at this guy's face. This guy looks vicious. Absolutely brutal. I'm adoring Games Workshop's paint scheme on this, and I'm not one really for that heavy metal style. I don't really feel it generally, but my god, there's a very real chance that I'll be picking up more than one of these. It would be fantastic to have 3. The current zombie dragon, this as a named character, and just the standard zombie dragon just looking kind of cool without him on there. What do you think? Are you as excited about this guy as I am? It looks amazing, and I really do need to find out more about this character from the lore, because yes. I mean, look at this. Oh my god. I've fallen in so lucky getting into this army at this point, because yes. So excited for this guy. And then next up, we've got a Vampire Lord on this Nightmare Steed, I think it is. Oh yes. Again, this is another one knocked out of the park. It looks absolutely stunning. These Deathrattles clawing themselves out of their graves from beneath his feet. Loving that tie back to the rest of the army. These sculpts are just so far in excess of what we're seeing for 40k at the moment in terms of just dynamicism, the interest of them. They look so cool. The options that we're getting, the different hair. Obviously, I'm going to be going with the bald guy here because, well, why not? And the axe is a no-brainer because axes are freaking cool. I just love this. Again, the paint scheme, G-dubs are going, I feel, going a little bit to the right of where they have been before. It's a less safe paint scheme. It doesn't feel as heavy metal as some of the stuff that we see in some of the other ranges, 40k, kill team kind of thing. It does feel like it's got a little bit more life or death to it in this case, perhaps. But it really goes to highlight the model, all of the detail on there, while it's still looking quite quite cool. It's not overly edged highlighted as you see a lot of the time with Games Workshop stuff. I'm genuinely blown over by this stuff, guys. Couldn't be happier with this. I didn't expect any of this stuff. I thought we might get a commemorative miniature that had already been leaked, that named character, the Wight King guy, but I didn't expect to get the full army set, all of this extra stuff, and I've already implied in this article that there's going to be more to come, which is just super exciting for me. It's a shame then that what we didn't get to see was any faction terrain or endless spells. I was hoping we might get that. Bit disappointed in that, but I think with everything that I've gotten here that I will absolutely be picking up, couldn't be more excited by that. Pity to see that the Wight King that they've used here in this photography, in the tomb host as it seems to be called, is the old sculpt, but I'm pretty certain that we're going to see a new one hopefully this year. And it's really made me want to go back and paint I can't remember, it's the Mausoleum terrain set that I've had for a while. I really want to get that painted and on the board now. And the last thing we're going to see is the standard Battle Tome cover. Again, this is just nowhere near as interesting, is it? I mean, it doesn't do the model that this is supposed to be representing justice that we've just seen above. It just looks completely boring compared to the special edition version that you're going to get in that army box. Definitely going to be picking that one up. And these novels as well. Hopefully I'm going to pick up the individual audiobooks and listen to those while I'm painting some of this new stuff. Well, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Are you as excited about this as I am? As you can see, I'm genuinely super excited about this, and it does mean that there's going to be some more Soulblight videos coming in this series as well. Oh, being added to the last series. Playlist up here. Have a look at it if you've not already. What we're going to be doing this year is, well, I'll talk about that next week. I'm going to do a timeline of the projects that I've got on at the moment, so you can kind of know what to expect from the channel. It's going to be, as I say, a mix of content from the tutorial stuff, as we've done last time, some basic stuff, and then these larger army projects that I'm working on, and a couple of other bits and pieces, surprises in there that I'm just going to add to my overall hobby experience. It looks like Soulblight's going to be my main army for this edition, and then I'm going to be working on Slaves to Darkness as a bit of a side project, and another couple of bits and pieces as well, some terrain pieces and that there. So we'll talk about that next time. We'll show a couple of bits and pieces off as well. But let me know what you thought of LVO. Were there any reveals that really excited you? Obviously, the Soulblight stuff really excited me. Let's have a chat about it. If you've not already, do give me a subscribe, and I'll see you next week, guys. Have a good one. See ya.